You're standing with your suitcase, but you can't step on the train. Everything's the way that you left it. I still haven't slept yet.
Scariest moment of our career so far? I think when we were starting out, the unknown was huge for us, because a lot of people didn't realise that we'd never played world tours, we'd never done things like that, and suddenly our management was calling us to get on stage with U2 and Paul McCartney, and so many of the bands that we have on our iTunes, you know. I think that was scary, doing things like the World Music Awards, and we're looking out at the audience and seeing our whole front page of iTunes in front of us, you know. They were scary moments, but now that we've done 3 tours and we've been around the block a little bit, I think that's demystified for us. We're definitely not as scared, you know, but I think they were the scariest moments. And I think one in particular was we decided to put on a show in Ireland and the Aviva Stadium in front of 55,000 people, our biggest home show to date. And I think walking out on stage that night was pretty scary. We had to check our pants. It got real weird.
The highlight of my career, you know, I think probably the first time our first album went #1, that was the highlight. You know, up until that point we'd spent, I guess, you know, 10, 11, 12 years of getting nowhere, really. Well, telling everyone we were everywhere, but we weren't, we were nowhere. And I think that was the first time I actually had proof in my hand that I wasn't crazy. You know what I mean? It was the first time I was there to say, see, look!
A real job!
Yeah, and everyone was like, yeah, and you can pay us back all the money that we loaned you. I was like, oh, no, yeah, that was it, you know. I remember just feeling this massive sense of relief that I wasn't crazy. I really mean that, because you'd spent so long of your life promising everybody you're going to pay you back, I'm not mad, blah, blah, blah. And that was the first time, so it was
it's the only time crazy people and musicians have something in common. I'm not kidding. We choose to put ourselves in a padded room all day long to try write music. A crazy person doesn't. And I think, like Dan says, that's the justification for all the pain we've gone through.
Oh my God.
The greatest sacrifice, I would say, would be leaving home and leaving our family, our friends, our loved ones behind. That's the toughest part of all of this, is that everything else is easy, but that's the hard part.
That never gets easy.
No. Even, we were only talking about this the other day when we left. For like 2 or 3 days, you've got like that lump in your stomach. You just feel it in yourself. You know you're going to have to go, and every time you have to do it, it's just that painful feeling. It takes days to go.
It is. Everything else gets better. Everything else you do, from getting better on stage, from getting used to all the shows, again, that monster goes away after a while. But the one thing that increasingly gets worse is the fact that you're away from home.
And the horrible thing is, although that's hard, we love what we do. So you love traveling, you love going away to perform, but there's that feeling when you leave. So it's there all the time. You're just trying to learn how to kind of grow a second skin and be kind of hard a little bit, I suppose.